One should approach Tesla very carefully. There's a lot of ways that you see people making money right now, more or less buying, holding, watching it just zoom higher. But I always get very wary when I see stocks or any sort of financial instrument move in a parabolic manner. Um, one specific thing about Tesla that I've said various times is that Tesla is more or less, I've called it a faith-based stock. And that is, Tesla has a core group of holders who are almost evangelical in their love of the stock and its prospects and the chairman. And really, I would consider them price insensitive because to them, if you truly believe in the stock, you don't have a natural price target. The price target's infinity. Obviously, that's not realistic to the vast majority of investors. And if you're watching this, it means you're probably not one of the people who has, let's call it, undying faith in the stock and its prospects. But when I see stocks go up more or less doubling in about a month or quadrupling in about 6 months, you have to wonder, when do you get on the roller coaster and when do you get off? The problem with parabolic moves is they tend to end badly. And you right now, if you're not a holder, you're looking at this kind of kicking yourself, going, "Oh, I could have made another $100 today." On the flip side, there will be a day, and I don't know when it is because it could be several $100s up from here, or it could be tomorrow, anytime. There will be a reckoning, and it generally tends to be ugly because the people who have been sort of chasing it higher don't want to be the ones left holding the bag. But what you see because of the faith-based nature of the stock is normally higher prices incentivize people to take profits. And you have this core group of holders who don't want to take profits. And so the price discovery gets a bit challenging. To me, the closest analogy in recent financial memory is Bitcoin. As we saw a couple of years ago, Bitcoin started moving higher and higher and then got parabolic. You had people who were evangelical about Bitcoin's prospects as well. And then the public started to get in on the mania, as they are starting to do in Tesla. And the price of Bitcoin skyrocketed. There was no fundamental value to tie it to. And in the case of Tesla, I would also say we've far outstripped any sort of conventional valuation metrics. And basically, if you look back through history and see how these parabolic moves have gone, they usually have not ended well. There's another feature here, and I think this also is part of Tesla not being what I would call a normal stock. This is a company with immense cash flow needs. They're still building factories. They still have a lot of cash that they need to keep raising and run through at a very quick rate. When you have a stock that's gone from, call it 200 to 900, you might think that, okay, this would be a great time to sell the stock. If you're the company, let's issue some new shares, and then we can more or less finance our cash flow needs for as long as we need to, selling this very, very highly priced stock. But you do run into I'm going to call it conundrum of Elon Musk's pay package, where the stock needs to be at what seem to be very high levels for a very long period of time. And I think that I think there may be some fear about issuing a large amount of shares that would depress the stock possibly below those levels. So that's a strange situation because I would think that if I had a stock price that had such high valuation in it and such high cash needs, I would probably be looking to, as a corporate manager, as a CFO, to sell some stock. But that doesn't seem to be in the cards right now. And so I think it's going to be a fascinating stock. It has been and will remain so, but it's really only for the most adventurous of traders.